Nice. Here we have our problem involving sets. The set A contains the odd number members of the universal set. Odd numbers are not divisible by 2. They are the numbers that end with 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. So let us write down the set A. But the set A of odd numbers must be of the odd numbers that are in the universal set. So write down those odd numbers. 51, 53, 55, 57, 59. Those are the odd numbers. B contains the prime numbers. They are contained in U. The only even prime number is 2. So since 2 is not in this universal set, all of the elements in the set of prime numbers will be odd. So if all of those prime numbers will also be odd, then the set of odd numbers must contain the set of prime numbers. Or we may say that the set of prime numbers must be contained in the set of odd numbers. Right. The only even prime number is 2 and it is not there. So all of the prime numbers must also be odd. The 50s contains at least 2 numbers that look like prime numbers but are not. They are 51 and 57. 55 also is not a prime number. Let us write down the members of the set B. Of course, 55 does not look like a prime number at all. Right, so let us write down B. B, 53 and 59 alone. We are saying that 51 is not a prime number, 55 does not look like one, and also 57 is not a prime number. So only prime numbers are 53 and 59. So 53, 59. Those are the prime numbers. In completing the Venn diagram, we have to consider that since all prime numbers apart from 2 are odd, that the set of prime numbers must be contained in the set of odd numbers, since they will all be odd. Begin by placing the members of B first. So we have the two sets. B is required to be inside of A, because all prime numbers between 50 and 60 are also odd. So they are required to be in the set of odd numbers. Put in the set of prime numbers first. So the first prime number is 53 and the other one is 59. We do not have any other. So the other odd numbers will be outside of B but inside of A. 51 is inside of A. 55 is inside of A. 57 is inside of A. They are not inside of B though. The even numbers will be in the universal set only. So the even numbers will be 52 right there in the universal set only, 54, 56, 58, and that's all there is to it. As stated before, apart from 2, all other prime numbers are odd. Therefore, considering the universal set, the prime numbers must be taken from among the odd numbers. 51 is not a prime number. If there is a number whose digits have a sum of 3, then that number is a multiple of 3. So that's a rule of thumb. 5 plus 1 is equal to 6. Therefore, 51 is not a prime number because 6 is a multiple of 3. So 6 is a multiple of 3. Therefore, 51 is also a multiple of 3. The same thing applies for 57. When we add 5 plus 7, we get 12. Since 12 is a multiple of 3, so is 57. So 12 is a multiple of 3. Therefore, 57 is also a multiple of 3. 57 is therefore not a prime number. 55 is more obviously not a prime number. The double 5 tells us that it is a multiple of 11. Also, it ends with a 5, indicating that it is divisible by 5. So finally, prime numbers are numbers that are only divisible by themselves and 1. Let us look at the factors of the numbers. So 51 has factors of 1, 3, 7, and 51, which is more than itself and 1. And 57 has factors 1, 3, 19, and 57. 55 has factors 1, 5, 11, and 55. They usually have more than 2 factors. They are therefore not prime numbers. Our first step in constructing the triangle is to draw the line DE, which is equal to 10 centimeters. Of course, we are constructing a triangle, and we are doing that to particular specifications. So the first step is draw DE 10 centimeters. With the aid of the ruler, draw a line 10 centimeters long as shown. So there is our ruler, and we will start there and end down the road 10 centimeters, or of course 100 millimeters. Let us label those points at the end of a line DE. CDE is 45 degrees. So this angle, which is CDE, that should be located at the middle letter. Therefore, it should be located at D. So the 45 degrees angle, the angle is located at the middle letter, which is D. So let us therefore construct that angle at D. The process will not be carried out, only the constructs will be shown. And what does the construct represent? This here, we have this large portion here, is our 90 degrees construct. And of course we have the construct, which is the rest of it over here, which is the construct that we use to bisect the angle. So in forming a 45 degrees angle, we construct a 90 degrees angle first, then we bisect it. Half of 90 is 45, that's all. So in this case, only the construction lines are shown. DC is 8 centimeters. That's what it said. DC is 8 centimeters. So what do we do? Draw DC from D through the 45 degrees arcs. So here marks the 45 degrees. So draw from D through these arcs all the way a distance of 8 centimeters. And there we will locate the point C. Where is that point C? I hope it is somewhere near. Well, we do not have it yet, but maybe by the completion of the triangle, we will have it included. There it is. So complete the triangle, and there we will have our point C. In order to construct CF perpendicular to DE and meet DE at F, we will proceed as if we are constructing a kite whose diagonals are perpendicular to each other. CF will be a part of the diagonal. So we are trying to complete a kite by getting this line to be down here and this one down here also. So in a kite we have these two adjacent sides equal in length and these two adjacent sides equal in length. And because of that construct, then the diagonal that goes from C all the way to the other side over here is will actually turn out to be perpendicular to this one, as we generally have in a kite. So in order to do that construct, what do we do? Place the point of the compass at D. So put the compass point here and open it in such a way that the point of the pencil is at C. So we put the point of the compass here, open to C. What does that achieve? We are trying to get the same length as DC down here. So there's our arc. And we need to get the same length as CE over this side also. So we'll put the compass point at E, then open the compass to C in such a way that the pencil is at C and the point of the compass is at E, and then we make an arc to cross this one. So what will happen is that this line will be equal to where it goes across here, and then this one will be equal to this one there. So let us make that arc right. We will not complete the kite because it's not a necessity. All we need to do is draw the line right here, 90 degrees. But we are saying the idea of getting it done is to consider that the kite will have diagonals that are perpendicular, and if we can create the frame of that kite, then we are sure to get this line that goes from C to F that we have not yet placed here will be perpendicular to this line. The line from C to its intersection of the arcs will be perpendicular to CD. Where it intersects CD is the point F. So we finish by drawing the line CF. Right, so we imagine that for the kite, this diagonal is perpendicular to this one, but we do not need the entire diagonal. We just need to have the line CF, which will end right there. To measure the angle DCE, that's the angle that we need to measure. Place the center of the protractor at C and use DC as the zero line. Although we could put the center of the protractor at C and use CE as the zero line, because we want one of these lines to be on the zero line, and then we measure the angle maybe in that direction. This line will be the zero line. We measure the angle in this direction. So any one will do. But in this particular case, we are saying put the center of the protractor at C and use DC as the zero line, like so. What do? We take note of where this line intersects the scale. So we are taking a look at where the line CE is tipping on the scale right here. And then that, because this point here, this line is our zero line. So the angle goes all the way around here and increases in this direction to right here. And we'll take note here of what the angle turns out to be. Let us see, we have about, for sure, 80, 1, 2, 3, about 84, maybe 85. So DCE is 84 degrees. The angle obtained here is a bit different from the one obtained on paper. Paper provides a more accurate device to work with. Apart from that, even candidates who are all working on paper will get answers that vary a bit. So all students will not necessarily get exactly 81 if the answer is 81. Some might get 80, some will get 82, maybe 83, and so on. So, as a matter of fact, there is no such thing as a perfect construct. So we imagine that it might be a little bit off sometimes.